Good morning. It is currently 5:41 a.m. on October 30th, 2018, Tuesday. I am Christiana Ellis, and I just got up after sleeping some compared to yesterday's video, and feel a lot better. Yeah, I mean, it's still probably going to be a slightly groggy couple of days where I get completely adjusted to the new time. But in my experience on a vacation trip to Japan, for example, I discovered that I think in some ways it might actually be easier to adjust to a time difference that's more or less swapping day for night than it is to just shift it a partial way. But because, I don't know, it's a more dramatic change, and at least on my end, it's going to be aided by the sun, right? Although it's still dark outside because it's too early right now. But what am I talking about? I don't know. You guys get it. I think so. Drinking tea. I do still need to, maybe after work today, when I have a little bit more time where I'm coherent, I'll need to figure out a better place to set up my computer to do these, just because this light shining down right directly onto my head like this is not optimal for making me look great. But they do have tea here. It's good. I'm actually up a little bit earlier than I had originally intended to be, just because I needed to get up to pee, and then I figured it was close enough that I might as well just go ahead and get up. It's going to be easier on an ongoing basis to go to bed at the appropriate time if I'm not making a habit of trying to sleep in late too here. And plus, obviously going to be my first day at the work project. I want to go ahead and make sure I have plenty of time to get ready. So, I was going to say, like, what didn't I say last night? Well, I honestly barely remember even recording that video last night. I think I was pretty out of it. I could rewatch it, I suppose, but so I am staying in a part of Korea called Sejong City. It was I'm told it's about a 2-hour drive typically from the airport, which I was somewhat mistaken. It is referred to as the Seoul Incheon Airport, but it is in fact in the city of Incheon, which is near-ish Seoul, but not actually in Seoul. And then Sejong City is sort of southeast of that. It took a little bit longer than 2 hours because we got stuck in some rush hour traffic, and a lot of that rush hour traffic was very familiar, except of course just for very slight variations on license plates, billboards, and so on. One of the things I've already noticed here is that a lot of the parking lots, the spaces are much smaller than average for the United States, probably because there are a lot fewer people driving around big pickup trucks and SUVs. One of the things that was interesting driving through Incheon is that I can't compare it to Seoul yet because I haven't been there yet, but at least in Incheon there is a lot of very tall buildings, but compared to the United States, one of the things that they apparently really like to do is have large numbers of clusters of buildings that are all designed to look very similar to one another. And that it's kind of striking, and none of the pictures I tried to take from the car turned out to be any good at all. As per usual from taking pictures from a car, is that they never really replicate what you feel like you're seeing. I took some from the airplane window too. I'll go through those tonight just to see if any of them feel like they're actually worth sharing. But in the meantime, that's where I am. I want to go ahead and get ready. I'm going to meet my colleagues for breakfast here at the hotel. My coworkers who are also from the United States staying at this hotel, and then we'll head off to our first day of work. And fortunately, a lot of things just work. My phone is set to an international plan, and so that's actually just working the way I'm used to. I'm getting used to this new laptop, and it's still doing a few things that I can't figure out yet, like why my Outlook worked before, and now when I tried it this morning, it's not syncing. I don't know why. Anyway, I'll figure it out. But in the meantime, I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.